All right. How's everybody doing? Yo, what's up, guys? Rock On Gameplay here, and welcome back to another stream. Hello, Annie. How are you doing? I hope you are doing good. I am really tired. So I just got off work like an hour ago, and then I decided to get the game working and stuff like that, and then I killed some time by playing Zenless Zone Zero and trying to get the freaking Shark Girl, which is freaking annoying because I still haven't gotten her and I really want her. I'm okay. How about you? Yeah, I'm a little tired. That's about it. But yeah, go to bed on stream. We'll just hang. No, I need to stream. It's been a week, and I didn't stream last week because was the 4th of July last week. Yeah, 4th was last week. Gotcha as hell. Yeah, yep. But it's worth it if you get your waifu. So yeah. So this game, we are playing the game called Slay the Princess, which I don't really know much about this game other than apparently we gotta slay a princess, it looks like. So yeah, let me get the game up. If I can find, if it will let me. There we go. There we go. So yeah, before we get into the game, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments what I should play, especially if you're new to the channel, and tell me what what you think of this game, and if you think there should be like DLCs and stuff like that. I don't know. So yeah, let's do this. Whenever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no permanent endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. How is this a love story? We gotta kill this lady. We gotta kill her. How is that a love story? Oh. Yeah, this would be interesting, I guess. Best of luck. Why? What's gonna be in this game?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, how is she gonna end the world? That's my question. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing the princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm done with this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Oh man, I could be that kind of person. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Oh.
You have to put an end to her.
What if I don't like people? Huh? You ever consider that? What if I don't like people? But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason? Okay. Do I get a reward of some kind? Okay. Oh wow, there's a lot more choices. Have you considered me okay with any of them?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
That's debatable.
I mean, maybe some people do. Like
Exactly.
nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Rock on greed play. Yeah, that's totally me. That's definitely what I am. Do I get a reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
What is it? What is it?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Guys, we gotta kill her. Let's do this. Let's go. I'm gonna get her. Okay, let's get this over with.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing.
Yes!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A
Alright.
warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Got it. Alright, whatever to get my reward.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Why do I have a voice in my head? Get her! Yes! And he's on my side, everybody. Let's go! Alright, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
I'm getting my
It'll be rather
reward,
difficult to slay the
everybody.
princess and save the world without it.
Hey. I'm coming!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I see. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. No, I can't let her distract me. I can't give her the element of surprise. Oh wait, I'm going continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Hi.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yeah, she's in my way of my reward. That's what she is.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. What? No way. Why did you think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh. I haven't decided. I'm just here to steal your nerves and step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
By the way, I recommend playing the intro multiple times with different answers. You get lots of fun dialogue with it that way. Ooh, okay, so no skipping.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Okay.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed.
Hi, Mando.
If you
Bye,
hesitate now,
Mando.
it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way. and look down to see
Yes!
your blade
I'm
already
getting my
sinking deep into her
reward!
heart.
Oh,
You thought I was bluffy, didn't you?
this is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
You're right. I should probably just stab her 1,000,000 times.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look
Yes,
still
get that
plastered on her
bag.
face.
Yeah, we're getting our reward.
But is it over? Really over?
Of course, she said, I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. Of course not. That's too easy. I gotta.
Over? Don't get all worked up.
I'm a ruthless assassin. Annie, you don't get it. I want my reward. She said it was awesome and it was secret and it was worth it and that I would like it. I'm going to get my reward.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove play, check pulse. You're right, she's remove.
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after
Dang it, no!
Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own.
Dang,
deep
narrator,
between
you
your
lied to
ribs.
me.
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
Dang it, I'm not gonna get my
Close.
reward.
Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
I want my reward.
Whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Dang it. Chapter 2, The Razor. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path
This is
a
trippy.
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, but I died. What am I doing here? She's gonna kill me again, but I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Okay, hero voice remembers, but not narrator. Okay, good to know.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Huh?
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Oh. Yeah, I was there.
So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Narrator, you're a freaking liar. You know that? You said she was dead, and then I went to get the blade, and she stabbed me. That does not seem like a trustworthy thing to do, my friend. You lied to me, and now I can't trust you. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Oh, I listened to you.
We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life?
If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her.
I stabbed her in the freaking heart.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
It's like the game. It's like the game's playing to you. The player's feelings. So fun. Oh, it's that type of game, huh? That's great.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did...
Oh, Dana,
Screw this.
Ah!
Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here. At least
I'm getting my reward. I got a second chance and I'm getting my reward.
Everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else.
We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
Right.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Yay. All right, proceed to the cabin. I'll get her for sure this time.
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
I got this. I'm a getter.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, where? Alright, take the blade. Wait, approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
There's a mirror.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror.
What is the narrator? It seems like he can't remember the past life and he can't see this freaking mirror. Is the mirror important?
You reach forward and rub your hand against...
What's up with my hand?
I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
I bet you do. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Oh, now you're on our side. Before you're just like, let's get out of here. And now you're like, yeah, let's make her hurt. All right. The whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't.
You can't gaslight me.
Haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna get you.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Probably.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
You also said we should get her.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
It's a really big
Her
chain.
grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Yeah, that's totally not suspicious at all.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form
Yep,
of the
look,
princess
there
comes
she
into
is.
view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
I'm
Come on,
gonna
we're not
I'm gonna
fooling
get
about,
you.
are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Yeah, that's why we gotta get her.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Totally. Oh, totally. Where's the option where I just rush at her and stab her? Slay the princess!
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second.
I don't see the hands, you're right!
But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
That's hers, right?
Who's me? Not ours, right?
Hers at first, then yours.
Oh, come on!
How? What did she even hit us with?
You stare down at your
Oh,
chest
what?
and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
I'm not really good at this.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Tell me about it.
You're going to die now.
Yeah.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I don't think she wants me to have my reward. Yeah, 3. The arms race.
You're on a path in the woods.
These aren't woods.
If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
You're what? I feel dizzy.
Oh. Hey, the mirror's back.
I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
No, this is the game, my friend. You're in a loop, buddy. I'm in a... Is this like Groundhog's Day? Is that what you're saying?
Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And
Don't
if no
ever
one
lose
can
sight of
win,
your
then
reward.
nothing has
Never.
to win.
That reward will be mine.
Great. So obviously you've already been here. How many times?
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better.
Okay, Stubborn's clearly got a fetish for this.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there.
We see it right there, dude.
Save the world without a weapon. This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit.
I will win.
We'll learn a thing or two from this.
I will get my reward. You can't stop me.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are,
right?
Yeah, where is it?
There isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
I care what I look like. I have a freaking bird hand or something. Oh, there.
Reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Haunted, you gotta stop, bud.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body
There
tumbles
she
onto
is.
the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view.
Why not just
standing
chug
in
it
the
at her
distance.
head? Maybe
She
that'll
gives you
work.
a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore.
Aha.
But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it at her head. That will definitely get her.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal
Oh
bickering
my
is cut short
gosh.
by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
Okay. I think all the ideas suck. Think up something better.
Yeah, that's right. We just have to think. There's probably an answer if we think.
Just standing there, huh? A bold strategy.
Yeah. Oh crap! I should have thought
In a
better.
moment, she skewers you.
Ah!
What a surprise.
Yeah, we don't even get a second to think without her stabbing us.
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like
Oh
that.
no! She's gonna torture me.
This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Wait.
This is for...
Oh come on! I keep skipping.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past one.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Yeah, I
I
try.
guess we don't have time to talk about things.
Stab
before
her in the
princess
neck.
advances.
Stab her in the neck.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
As long as we keep moving.
Come on, Show me something new.
Plan. Now.
Okay, we're going to fight her again. We're gonna have to stiff up, or have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. We're gonna appeal to her authority, puff her up a bit. There's no reason we can't talk about this. We're going to unconditionally surrender. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. She has swords for arms, and we don't. We're panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Let's beat her to it. It doesn't work, and she kills you again and again and again. The memory blurs, and your consciousness leaps from life to life, holding a snippet of your conflict and transpires.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps.
Oh.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Oh, great. My head's gonna get crowded in here, huh?
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
I'm trying. You're not making it easy. Why don't you stand still so I can stab your neck?
You see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once.
This is like playing a Genshin game over and over and not being able to get the character you want.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Thanks.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
You don't know how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Yeah.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
Man, I want to play this myself now. You can.
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you.
Again, I gotta turn down the mic a bit because there's background noise.
And then everything goes dark.
And you die. What chapter are we on? Okay. Mutually assured destruction.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't
Get
it?
her.
We're up here,
You
which is
can't
different,
stop
and
me.
different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
That's very debatable.
I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. Yeah, they're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Yeah.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah,
Oh,
leave it to
dang.
the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
I'm not going that far, dude. I don't like you.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Thank you.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess
You've
awaits
gotten
you.
in the way of my reward a million times.
You know, This last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
You don't understand, lady. I want my reward.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
I don't care.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you.
Thanks.
It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Well, she can't really do anything unless you talk.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
You gotta head out now. You can do it. Lock on. Bye, Annie. Lock on. Ha ha ha. You can do it. Lock it. Oh, I read that wrong. I'm dated by freaking dyslexia.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest campaign of Dungeons and Dragons ever.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit! She's gorgeous.
Shut up!
Absolutely divine.
Shut up! No, she's not.
Yes, behold, the perfect woman.
Oh, come on, not you too.
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Probably.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick
I'm gonna
joke.
stab the
I
heart, that's
hate
real.
existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
This
All right,
is all
sir.
just
Okay, everyone shut up.
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act. And yet, through that intention, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes at you. This princess strikes as you approach, but as you blow, but as her blow shivers in arc, you already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
I know. I try. The weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free as though free of self. There's only the dance, the ebb, the flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. I'm gonna turn up the mic a little bit. There we go. There. All right. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your heart pounds, and the faster the moment volleys between you. The endless building, considero, and then opening. The blade strikes free and viciously, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you will fear what comes. This is a good ending. I did it! I got her! It was all those... Where'd she go? What? Doesn't matter, I got her! I get my reward! Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into reflection. silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body, it's you. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceeds to the Where's the cabin? You are at the cabin. That is not a cabin. That looks like a bonfire.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you? The gift of the... What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Okay. So... Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Do we know each other? What happens now? Attack entity, destroy your body. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
The gift of the fragile vessel, let her out of there. Okay, are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Oh, so you're trapped, huh? Okay, what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you? How much will I forget? How many more pieces of you do I need to find? What if I don't let you do this to me? I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Okay, make me forget. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Oh. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
That sounds really boring. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay. A sharp vessel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
You know it when
is a
you see it.
cabin.
I'm reading the achievements I'm
In
getting.
the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. You can skip previous scene dialogues by hitting tab on the keyboard or right click on the or R1 on the controller. Okay. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Okay.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Alright, yeah, fair enough. I'll do it. Okay, thank you for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I can do whatever I want. I'm basically immortal.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, let's go. I'm a killer. I'm gonna do it right this time. Says I can't remember. I remember turning into that razor sharp monster.
The floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Fair enough. I enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
No one.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening.
I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get my reward.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Yes.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Because I got a blade and you don't.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. Slay the
You lunge
princess!
forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
You have aim for the head.
Oh, this is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed.
I'm not gonna fall for your
I should
trap
have seen
this
that
time.
coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, She entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course she is. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Okay, bye.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Now, we saved the world. We stopped it from turning into, I don't know, the Edward Scissorhands.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
What?
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy.
I'm not really sure I
You'll be
like
happy.
this reward. Dude, you freaking scammed me. You said I'd like this reward. Maybe it's like an introvert's dream or something like that. Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Yep.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Oh, totally, yeah. Hell no, we do. Do you have any idea how to get the heck out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
What?
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Okay. Wouldn't using the blade, kill us when it would be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
It's the voice of the hero, dude. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over a hunch. Anything to get out of this. You're right, I didn't like the idea. I'm going to stick around and do nothing at least for a little longer.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Yay!
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Yeah, but I kind of was expecting something better.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay
How
her
long
is
have we been
pristine
up
as
there?
the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah. Oh, the.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? Just me for the first time.
No, we haven't.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
She will lie and she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She won't be a problem.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air.
There's the mirror.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Then who was taking care of the cabin when she was alive? Alright. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this.
Okay. Yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
I'm still curious why everyone else can see it except him.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a
You
second
look
ago,
ridiculous.
and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement. She's still gonna be dead?
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Yep, she's
You
still
descend
dead.
The final step. The form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish
Oh,
your thought,
crap,
the
she's
top
a
of her head
ghost.
appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller.
Hi.
I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there.
I don't think that's a
That
body.
means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her. I killed you. What are you doing not dead? Do you know why you came back? Stop playing the victim. You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I should have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it wouldn't be hard to do it again.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
I wasn't gonna do it. I was just asking if that's what she wanted.
Go home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
But she's dead. She can't do anything. What if I just leave? If you're dead, then there isn't really much for me to do, is there? I guess I'll just get going.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
Well, we win. She's dead.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
Yeah, sure.
It would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if you just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing we can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty. No, not that!
About to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad I could help.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
I'm not afraid to step away.
You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Leaving so soon.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Nah.
You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
Oh.
But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
The Wraith. Ooh, it's getting good now.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go again. Off to slay her again.
But
Deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start?
That's ridiculous.
how can it be
There'd be no
rigged?
point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be, seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them.
Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring?
I guess.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess.
We did. She was a...
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me.
Yes, it
If I'd had
does.
everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
But I didn't.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy.
And I wasn't happy with it, I guess.
Well, were you happy?
No!
Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. It was boring.
It was bullshit.
So you killed yourself? Yes. And then she killed us.
Even though she was already dead. This is all fake.
Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish.
Good, you just sent us to a void. There's no good that comes from a flipping void. This comes as a void. There's nothing in there. There's no good, no bad, no nothing.
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
And why should we help you? All you're going to do is lock us away forever again.
Tell you what, I won't do that. I promise.
Oh yeah, sure. That changes everything.
I mean, he did promise.
He might be lying.
And you believed him?
Are you the same there we met in the time leap? You were quick to escape that we've been here before. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
How do you know?
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
There's something else I haven't tried. Alright, you know what? Proceed to the cat. Let's see what we've turned her into.
You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
Okay.
Sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Alright. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Alright, here we go.
The interior
There's
of
the
cabin
mirror.
is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Okay, let's pretend that there is a mirror at the end of the hall, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement. Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works.
Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over.
I don't think it's gonna be over because she's already dead.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe
Here we
them.
go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle.
Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse. And you collapse with them.
This is very dark.
You're met with a terrifying
Oh
visage of the
my
princess. Her hand
gosh!
grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again. You're not getting another chance to mess this up. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different.
Well, it's kind of hard to walk when you broke my freaking foot.
Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time.
Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade?
Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Look, we're even now. I killed you and you killed me. What? Water under the bridge, right? I never wanted to hurt you. I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a victim of all this too. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you?
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Look, I've killed. We're even now. I killed you. You killed me. Water under the bridge, right?
And you think that's even? How adorable. But I think you forgot about the part where you tried leaving me to avoid it. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the
Oh,
princess's
jeez,
body
you really need
emerges.
to eat something, huh?
All wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head and crush you along with her?
Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I and the rest of the world are out of luck too.
What are you?
And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us?
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
There's another option, you know.
Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
Oh, she can hear them now.
That gap where the mirror was. I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
I'll move to the abyss. I'm not, you know what? I'm not letting you out.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
Oh,
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body.
if I lose, you will lose. I'm taking you with
Slips a
me.
few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole. Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
What an end. But at least it's ours.
An empire of frigid nothing.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
What happens now?
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Oh, and why is that?
He's gone. But
Terminal velocity ceases and you feel something. A massive growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Okay, bye. You're... I win! Yes! You don't answer her before she's gone. You feel a restraint underneath. Your feet once more. Memories returned.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Where's that mirror again? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. So you're the real puppet master here? Can't believe I tried to help you.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze at the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. Oh, I got bigger. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed through the cabin. Oh, there she is.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay. Are you the same before as, or how much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
You know that at the end of this, once I'm finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if I'm invisible. Invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same thing as before?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. What do you want me to read next time?
Things aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
How many vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. I will transcend in due time, and there is no way forward but to contribute to my awakening.
You haven't kinder to me than anyone else, thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
You just take the compliment. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I mean, she was kind of a jerk to me, so... I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Yep. Everything goes dark and you die. You die and you die and you die. Bring the wrath to me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, good to know. I want to see if there's new stuff. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. I proceed to the cabin. I'll take the blade just for safekeeping.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I see. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Stab,
You
stab,
walk down the
stab,
stairs
stab, stab.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nah, haven't decided yet. What? No way. Why would you think that? Probably the fact that we have a blade in our hands. Oh yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Okay.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Why?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she can kill us?
You go into this expecting to die, you're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take the risk. I'm dropping the blade.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
Hi.
Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Relationship? Our relationship? Are you... Here, I'm here because you're supposed... I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of... monster? If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
You're right, I don't know you, which is why I'm kind of don't really trust you.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Oh. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, we talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other a bit while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. You know what? Let's let her out. She sounds like a jerk, but whatever. Like, we've killed her and bad things have happened.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key it's still lying around somewhere up there. And if it's not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Try
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Are you the one to make me do this? Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
What?
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment.
Why
place the
does this
blade
not
against the
bother
princess's
her?
arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
It's locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair...
Oh,
your
so
body
you
steps
can
forward
control
and
the
raises
world here,
blade.
huh?
Wait, This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
No!
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat.
She didn't even care.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Well, she's still stuck down there. The door is locked. The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting visual. Wait, haven't already done this? Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess.
We got the skeptic.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Okay, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
What, she'll lie and cheat?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
He doesn't really have eyes, so it would make sense why he would say wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Go into the cabin where there's probably the mirror. Yep,
The
there it
interior
is.
of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't mention... Alright. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
You look
There was a mirror a
ridiculous.
second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Here we go. I'm surprised the door wasn't locked.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Probably.
You walk down the
Oh
stairs
my
and lock eyes
gosh,
with the
it got
princess.
worse.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Gonna sit with the princess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. I just sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Okay.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit where you told.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intention for me, I've been here before, and I am the only one who remembers that. What happened after I died last time?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Oh, she does.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
You're gonna put me in a void if I do that.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
So he does know, but he's just acting dumb. Okay, good to know.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm not. I'm just hearing things. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work.
And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
You were asking about my intentions. What do you mean by that? That is the other chains to the wall. Who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
What?
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
What would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous, but she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons.
You of course you'd start with the cons.
Cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Inspector Shackles. You realize that I have much reason to distrust you as you might you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
Yeah, I believe that.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Alright, I'm trusting you.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right?
Stupid, they're not doing what I'm saying.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
No, because I'll just come back.
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say anything. She cuts into her own neck.
What are you doing? Yeah,
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra.
How
as it
is she
continues
okay
to
with
slice its
this?
way through her neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that? Huh.
So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room.
until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping
Oh
to her
my
shoulder,
gosh!
and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
I feel like she had a plan. I feel like there's more to this.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Reward? Reward? Oh.
We should take her with us, don't you think? What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
I'm taking the princess with me.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
I saw her eye move.
But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Leave the cabin and claim your reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just...
She's just the head.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
There she goes. Okay, bye. Real quick, I'm gonna refresh chat.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be all fine. Trust me, we've been here before, and you're always scared. You know, I'm not gonna say anything. Damn, my chat's not showing up. There he is. No, okay, there, okay. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Fear is the greatest motivator. The voice feels small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. See to the cabin. Oh, she does it. It's just the body. Oh, there's the
I
head.
am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay. Well, I want to know about you. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
How can you stand to be okay? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Not really. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know. No, not really. It all seems so distant as I am near you. I have no opinion on whether I just want it all to stop. Yes. No.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
Alright. I want to know about the narrators. Is he here?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay. You couldn't be... Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay, that's... okay. Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Alright. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Classic. Bring a prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Alright, let's go to the cabin. There's nothing else
You
to
make your way
say.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You guys are so predictable now. It's so amusing. Oh my
The
gosh.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade's right.
No, I'm not gonna take it this time. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, she's different this time.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah, but she seems like she's kind of a jerk when I come in here with the blade. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do. Examine the. I'll see what I can do. Examine the. Let's talk about. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses.
Does she not know her own name?
Before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Okay.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you've been locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
You are?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just
Giving you information. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Remain silent. No, I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Yes, she does. You need to know how to destroy the world if you're going to destroy the world. If you don't know how you're going to destroy the world, then you can't destroy the world. The Raider, you're not making any sense.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
I don't know.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't.
So I'm talking to the guy who sent me.
Risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
How do you know? You haven't really been honest with me either.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going upstairs, maybe. And if the key isn't, and if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She
What?
offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were to that, watch me.
What are you?
And sinew, it is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again.
Well, it seems like killing her just dooms the world as well because she turns into monsters.
Burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last
Yeah,
thrust
thanks
of the
thanks
knife,
for
your
that, I
legs give out
guess.
beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path.
Okay,
in
the woods are the same.
At the end of that
It
path
looks like.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you know, just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Sure.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Oh, no! Not you! Anyone but you! Oh, come on!
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
I hate you.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Oh, he's a simp. He's definitely a simp.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I got some water.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
But before we do that, we gotta go check out our handy dandy mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay, into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate
A lot
stairway.
nicer than the
Gold-trimmed
prisoner.
carpet glimmers in the light of the
and everything
torches
else.
positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Don't rope me in with your fantasies.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm with him.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
You keep telling yourself that, bud.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Yeah, but I'm right here. Ugh.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
No. And even if we did, you wouldn't believe us.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but What's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Can we get a different voice besides him, please? I'd rather have the cheated voice.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. What did you do? Why did you do that? I didn't bring the knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Nah, why? Also, how did you get your arm back?
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You'd be a lot of fun at parties, huh? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
That doesn't explain anything. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want you to end the world.
Then I didn't end the world.
I don't know if you're... what? You didn't end the world, or no, I didn't end the world? You're making no sense. Lady, come on here. You gotta work with me.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
That doesn't mean she's innocent.
I'm not so sure.
Sorry, just rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You can end your life. You're not gonna rope me into that.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Okay, what was she doing this whole time then?
It worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Oh, that's nice.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
let's just leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I need the world for other things. I don't care what happens to you.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
I mean, she's been in there for a long time. I would think I know why she's happy.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
This is just to get perspectives, dude. I don't care about true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Open the door yourself. Open.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
I got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Well, haters gonna hate, and I like seeing you suffer. And the world will not end because I'll just go back to Handsy Lady and everything will be fine.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Yeah, why are we a bird? I'm wanting to know about that. Yep, there she goes. Okay, bye. I'll see you on the other side, I guess. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memories returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nah, there's no point.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I thought you wanted to make sure we have all our feathers, huh? The voice feels small, distance as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. There she is.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but some of them are someone else. I can't tell. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but we're going to keep that to... But you're going to keep that to yourself. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Alright. Do you know what happens when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real? How many more vessels do I need to bring back?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
One more, baby! Just one more! If there is a last stage before the completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just gonna stay here. If there is last one, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay, is this the last stage before our completion? When I... Oh yeah, alright, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. One more, baby, let's go! The hero and the princess. Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You know, I'm gonna just turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I don't care! Okay, fine. Your persistence. I'll go back to the cabin and slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continued. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I want to end the world. Okay, I'm going into the cabin. Sheesh. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care. I'm not gonna kill a princess. Good. Then everybody should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But
I don't see the best interest.
You came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There's no fine, is there? I have to go to the cabin, don't I? Fine. Oh yeah, well, I'm just gonna start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
You don't know that!
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers.
Oh, what the heck? There's a cabin right there.
Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I mean, you kind of been annoying to me this entire time, so I have my reasons.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not
a town or city or anything, or like a small little village. Just a cabin. The world's kind of boring. Maybe I shouldn't. The stranger.
You're on a path.
What the heck? There's a wall.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm getting some terrible sense of deja vu. Haven't we already? That's no, I haven't. Okay, no. You have to be kidding me. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the heck is she? Oh, you jerk. You're in for it now. You wise. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died, the whole world ended. What am I doing here? Those walls weren't here last time. You can't force me to go to the cabin. Yep, okay, head to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
Oh, come on.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Fine, okay,
So
whatever.
Going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's
Keep an open mind.
Proceed to the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost
Maybe
the
I
same
should take the
space.
knife just in
It's
case.
all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
You can't tell me what to do, Dad.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Okay, I'm fine.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay, but I'm gonna go approach my mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
You look ridiculous. You're so annoying, you know that?
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I think I've seen. It is not pretty. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that.
Then how are we supposed to hold it?
The other way. Thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade. as long
Stab,
as you
stab.
hold it. Just make a choice.
Hold it. Yeah, let's hold it the other way.
You switch your grip on the
Yeah, the
Congratulations.
cursor on my mouse changed.
Yes. Isn't this so much better?
Yeah.
blade. Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
Heck yeah.
It really doesn't matter.
Oh, dang it. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement
Oh
creaks
my
open,
gosh.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. You're with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Okay, this I agree with, yeah.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Alright. Let's go to the center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one.
This is getting confusing.
Step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways.
You're not even sure. You're the flipping narrator.
But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish.
No, we're in the storyboard.
The only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal.
This is very
Skepticism, blind
trippy.
Devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I?
Hello.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was the trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watch you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face.
Hi.
She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
I'm tired of waiting for an answer.
As the princess
Oh
speaks
crap,
again,
there's two of them.
it's as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
I don't want to. I'd rather just have one.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until it's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time unsee it.
Stab,
Whatever
stab,
thoughts
stab,
weaseled their way into your
stab,
head,
stab,
I think
stab, stab,
it's
stab.
not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. No. What's your name?
Princess, you can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Getting down here was like weird, like I was being pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened? For all I know, you're locked down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here?
Is this a quiz? You're the one who came down here, and with a sharp, sharp knife, too. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Now, there's 3 of them.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
No, I'm experimenting here. I'm trying to get you out of here. Try and free her. I don't know what you are. I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave the basement. Dude, that's 3 options. Getting...
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
They're dancing. It's a little party. Everyone go round and round and round and round and round and round.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? You would always start by stabbing her. Which her? Any of them. I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
I'm getting you out of here. Try and get her free. I don't know. Like, you know, let's just go with this, see what happens.
Wait, that's not right.
What?
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
This is very trippy.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleams to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this...
Ah, it's so creepy!
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Hello?
falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
This is weird!
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Every action has consequences, dude. It's part of life.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Yeah, you just destroyed everything. I'm not gonna... I don't think we're supposed to be fixed. I'll do my best. Oh, there she goes. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Your memories returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you'll always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
But it's the end for you. But it's not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Why would I do that? You approach the mirror. Glaive. Since you silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Oh, there's something. There's something right there. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You're your gaze, but then you see a figure, faint and vile in the shadows, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh, you're the narrator! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And the other crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into a jagged shard of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Okay, so I get some. I don't get all the questions. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Are you part of me, or are you something else? I've met you many times. Have you all been the same all along? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Why? What are you? Are you... What is this place? Where are we? If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Why do you want me to destroy the constants of transformation? Do you have anything to say for yourself, or all your hubris? After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Do you know that thing won't just be worse if I destroy her? What would it be like to live in a world without her? If I was made to do a single task, who am I? What am I? What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Why do you want me to destroy this thing so much?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
If I destroy her, how is this existence any better than death, or different from the death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Do you have any... What will it be like to live without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
Others like you. You said something like that before. You even narrated really. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
I have so many questions for you.
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
We're running out of questions. I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
There he goes, everybody. The narrator is gone. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are all of this is you. You are the long quiet, a vast God, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is for you. See to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Except there is, because the ground is shaking!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation? I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk through this. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what road I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Wow.
Masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. Only the flood of there is only the flood of
I can't tell what she's saying.
every moment you hold then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
You speak about life and death and change of what this isn't about what you let's remain silent.
But you say nothing. Your liver takes a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
You act as though
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us. Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
I won't engage with arguments that flavors death and suffering. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. What are the woods then? What is the cabin? What is the time we spent apart if we were not meant to exist?
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
You're right. I wouldn't be here if you destroy it. I wouldn't be here if destroying you would leave all the reality colored blur.
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul who overstepped his bounds.
Boundless torrent of blades kept you from boundless ends. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive, dead, alive, dead, all at once.
You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
And so your quietude continues.
Clash between you. As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
You've done everything to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then you must be able to. I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Thanks, hero. You're the best.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
You know what? Sure. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin for me for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some bad luck.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
And just enter the base.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
Thanks, Hero. You're a real pal.
Stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Yep, she was kind of a jerk.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Yep. There's not really much for me to comment
And
on.
there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different. Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say?
Sit with her. It's good to finally see you again.
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back.
I'm sorry for all the times I've hurt you.
The first time we met, I stabbed you to death. Sure, you stabbed me first, but who cares? We both took things a little far.
You know, when she puts it like that...
I don't think I want to be a god.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin.
Are you the same as you are out there? Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is it really you?
I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
What do you think of her? What do you think of her? What she wanted us to be?
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you. And I don't want to be her, if that's what you're asking. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm happy not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Getting really invested in like the lore and stuff. None of this was really fair for either of us, was it?
No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you.
That's the first. So, now that we're here at the end of things, can you finally tell me your name?
I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, Hero works for me.
Well, my name is Rock on. But you know what, Hero, sure, whatever suits you.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
Are you the same as you are out there?
I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either.
What if we just leave?
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I don't know, but I've always wanted to leave with you. I didn't like being a god. I just wanted to, I want to walk through that cabin door as we are, just you and me. Not knowing what it means is why I want it. We knew everything out there. We knew everything out there. We didn't know this. I wanted to know this. It doesn't matter what happens or what happens. What matters is we leave together.
I guess when you put it that way, I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Are you sure? Are you going to be okay alone?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll be alone for too long anyways. The others are still around here somewhere. I'll find them.
Aww. You lead the princess. You lead. The princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noises, thought. But there is an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. And on top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see the tension seizing her. She's unsure of herself for the first time in her long and short existence. She has no part to play anymore, and she knows this, yet she still is. And then she crosses the room to the door outside. You follow her confident steps.
This is it. I have no idea what it's going to be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Oh, are you ready?
Of course I am. Are you?
Did I get the good ending? And what happens next? Whatever it is, you'll face it together. Hey! I did it! And it took 3 hours! Yay! Oh, I really like that, actually. That was awesome. Shout out to all these people who worked on the game. Man, I have so many questions. Like, what am I? Like, who made me? Who made the Echo? Where did the freaking hand lady come from and stuff like that? Is she the princess or is she someone else? I loved it. Alright, so I finished the game. The good ending doesn't count. Oh, come on! Thank you so much for playing. As the expression of our gratitude, here's a track order of a special playlist just for you. If you like to take a screenshot, you can use the UI by hinting H. I'm taking it. Oh. Our sons. Well, it's right here if anyone wants them. Explore the Discord. Yeah. Let's return the menu. Alright, guys. That is going to do it for this stream. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell me what you thought of the game. I loved that. I thought it was awesome. and I really hope that the developers do more with this game, because it was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see what else happens. I'll see you guys again soon, and thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.